In 2004, Adam Bowen and James Monsees, two product design students at Stanford, found themselves facing a simple yet transformative question. Smoking on campus was banned, forcing them to step outside for cigarette breaks. As design enthusiasts, they couldn't help but examine their cigarettes and wonder, what if we could make this better? It didn't take long for them to realize that nicotine addiction wasn't the only thing keeping smokers hooked. The rituals, the hand-to-mouth motion, the shared moments, the calming sensations were deeply ingrained in the smoker's psyche. Their vision was bold: create a product that preserved these rituals while eliminating the deadly consequences of smoking. What began as a casual idea quickly became an obsession. Late nights turned into early mornings as Adam and James sketched designs, debated concepts, and experimented with technologies to bring their vision to life. For them, smoking wasn't just a habit. It was a complex, social, and psychological experience. Their mission? Engineer a solution that respected this complexity while removing the harm. Their journey led them deep into the archives of Big Tobacco, a shadowy world of secrecy and controversy. There, they uncovered a startling truth. Tobacco companies had known for decades that heating tobacco into vapor could drastically reduce harmful chemicals. But fear of cannibalizing their own market had stopped them from pursuing these innovations. For Adam and James, this was a turning point. If Big Tobacco wouldn't innovate, they would. Back in their Stanford lab, they worked tirelessly. Their product couldn't just function, it had to resonate. Every aspect of the smoking experience, from the feel of a cigarette in the hand to the ritual of lighting up, was studied meticulously. But their ambition came with challenges. The technology they needed didn't yet exist in a form that was compact, efficient, and safe. Their dorm rooms became makeshift laboratories, filled with the hum of soldering irons and the smell of burning coils as they tinkered with heating elements and vapor delivery systems. Progress was slow, but their determination never wavered. Beyond the technical hurdles, they faced an even greater challenge: the tobacco industry itself. With its deep pockets and long history of crushing competition, it was a colossal force. Adam and James knew they weren't just creating a product, they were challenging an empire built on addiction and massive profits. Their passion, however, began to draw attention. Professors, classmates, and even potential investors noticed their audacious vision. As their dreams started to take shape, so did the stakes. Failure wouldn't just mean wasted time or lost money, it would mean missing the chance to save millions of lives. Looking back, their idea seemed almost too perfect. Disrupt Big Tobacco, save lives, and achieve unimaginable success. But as with any revolutionary idea, the devil was in the details. Adam and James were about to discover just how challenging and dangerous their journey would be. After graduating, Adam Bowen and James Monsees launched their first company, Plume. Their mission was bold: to save 1 billion lives by creating a safer alternative to cigarettes. But turning this vision into reality was far harder than they imagined. At first, Plume seemed promising. It was sleek, compact, and reflected their design expertise. But the product had serious flaws. Users had to fill cartridges with butane, raising safety concerns. One early prototype even exploded in their office, a clear sign the device wasn't ready. Even when it worked, Plume failed to satisfy smokers. The vapor was weak, nicotine delivery inconsistent, and the experience didn't replicate the ritual of smoking. Frustrated users taped multiple Plumes together to get more nicotine. Despite the setbacks, Adam and James didn't give up. They saw these issues as opportunities to improve. Gathering feedback from users and engineers, they worked to understand what needed fixing. But the market posed another challenge. By the time Plume launched in 2009, competitors like Enjoy had already established themselves. Reviews were lukewarm, sales were slow, and Plume struggled to gain traction. For Adam and James, it was a devastating blow. They had poured everything into Plume only to see it fall short, but they refused to quit. Smokers didn't just want an alternative, they wanted something better. They realized Plume couldn't be salvaged. Instead, they needed a fresh start. With lessons from their failure, they went back to the drawing board. This time, they aimed to create a product that exceeded expectations. That product became Juul, a device that would change smoking forever. But as Adam and James would learn, their toughest challenges were still ahead. The first challenge was the design. The device needed to be modern, intuitive, and seamless. something as simple as plugging in a USB drive. Their solution? A two-part system, a small rechargeable battery paired with a disposable pod of liquid nicotine. Its minimalist look stood out in a market filled with bulky, complicated vaping devices. But design was only half the equation. The real breakthrough came in the engineering. Traditional e-cigarettes used freebase nicotine, which was harsh on the throat at higher concentrations. This made it hard to deliver a satisfying hit. Adam and James dug into old tobacco research and discovered nicotine salts. This smoother form of nicotine allowed for a stronger, more satisfying experience, without the discomfort. With nicotine salts and a variety of flavors like mango and creme brulee, they reimagined smoking entirely. Juul wasn't just an alternative, it was an entirely new experience, designed to appeal to smokers and non-smokers alike. To make sure it resonated, they conducted extensive testing. Former smokers, vaping enthusiasts, and even people who had never used nicotine products tried the device. Every piece of feedback was analyzed and integrated into the final product. The Juul wasn't just a device, it was a statement. Sleek and sophisticated, it fit neatly into a pocket or purse, blending perfectly with modern lifestyles. Unlike cigarettes, which burned out after a few minutes, the Juul could be used anytime, anywhere. Adam and James scrutinized every detail. The pods, the heating elements, even the airflow were optimized to mimic the feel of smoking. For smokers trying to quit, the Juul offered something familiar, but without the tar and smoke. When the first prototypes rolled off the assembly line, the team felt a deep sense of accomplishment. But there was also a growing unease. They weren't just creating a product, they were creating a phenomenon. Juul's success was immediate. Testers praised the sleek design, the powerful nicotine hit, and the smooth flavors. Adam and James were convinced they had finally perfected the alternative to cigarettes. But as they prepared to launch Juul to the masses, they faced a critical question. How would they market it? Unlike traditional tobacco companies, Juul operated in a gray area. Without tobacco, it wasn't subject to the same strict advertising regulations. This gave Adam and James a unique opportunity to position Juul not just as a smoking alternative, but as a lifestyle product. It was a bold move, one that would define Juul's meteoric rise and its catastrophic fall. Juul's journey from concept to market-ready product showcased Adam and James's resilience and determination. But as they would soon discover, creating the perfect product was just the beginning. The real challenge, controlling the storm it would unleash. By 2015, Juul was ready for launch. Sleek, innovative, and addictive enough to satisfy smokers, it was positioned as a revolutionary alternative to cigarettes. But Adam Bowen and James Monsees faced a critical choice: how to market it. Their vision was clear: appeal to adult smokers seeking a modern escape from traditional cigarettes. But the marketing team saw Juul differently, a lifestyle product for a younger, trendier audience. The Number Vaporize campaign was born: bright ads, youthful models, and upbeat imagery. It didn't just sell Juul, it made vaping look cool. The result? Juul quickly became a viral sensation, not just with adults, but among teens. Its compact USB-like design and sweet flavors like mango and creme brulee made it a must-have. High schools saw an explosion of use. Teens vaped in bathrooms, under desks, and on social media. Critics called out Juul for following Big Tobacco's playbook. Parents, schools, and hospitals raised alarms about teen addiction and nicotine poisoning. By 2019, congressional hearings accused the company of targeting minors. What started as a mission to save lives had become a public health crisis. By 2018, nearly 20% of high school students were vaping, with Juul at the center. The hashtag #Vaporized campaign, once a bold strategy, was now a cautionary tale. Adam and James wanted to change the world, and they did, just not in the way they'd hoped. Students vaping in schools and hiding devices spread nationwide. Juul's sleek design and sweet flavors like mango made it a viral trend and a public health crisis. Teen vaping surged by 78%, with Juul at the center. Critics accused the company of targeting minors with flashy ads. Efforts to restrict sales came too late. Under scrutiny, Juul faced congressional hearings and backlash. Then, in a controversial move, it sold a stake to Altria, aligning with the tobacco industry it once opposed. What began as a mission to save lives had become a public health disaster. Could Juul survive? And did it deserve to?